What are important questions to consider when shopping for business bandwidth?
If you run a business, your bandwidth is often the lifeline of your company. Bandwidth facilitates virtually all communication within your company and to and from the outside world, including your customers. Bandwidth is required for voice, telephone, internet, video conferencing, and networking between company locations. Since bandwidth is mission critical to most businesses, and probably yours, here are a few questions you might want to consider. Has your company been using the same telecom services for many years, or do you at least yearly assess to ensure that your bandwidth provides your company the most efficient solutions for the best possible price? These questions are important because, like the computer industry, the telecom industry advances at a staggering pace each year. What might have been the best solution a year ago may be obsolete this year from the standpoint of effectiveness. As with the computer industry, telecom prices on average continue to go down significantly each year. For example, a T1 circuit that cost about $1,000 a month 10 years ago can now be replaced by new technology that will provide up to 10 times the bandwidth for less cost than the T1 prices you may be grandfathered into. For another example, if you last shopped for long distance prices 5 years ago, you may be paying as much as 5 cents per minute. You can now obtain both long distance and toll-free for as little as a penny a minute. When you assess your bandwidth options, do you count on your local telecom provider to offer the advice that is best for your company, and trust that their advice will be unbiased and based on your needs rather than their offerings? Or do you talk to an impartial consultant who can consider and recommend from the offerings of all telecom providers that serve your area? These questions are important for several reasons. If you are relying on the advice of a single provider, that provider will often recommend services that they offer, not necessarily the services that would best meet the needs of your company. Each provider's offerings are unique and limited. If your company actually would be best served by a service that is not offered by the provider with whom you are talking, this provider will often be reluctant to refer you to another provider who can better meet your needs. Instead, they often attempt to convince you that you need what they can offer. What you need and what a single provider can offer are often not the same. Unless you are an expert in the industry, you may not recognize this. You are an expert in what your company offers, but probably not an expert in telecommunication. Because independent telecom consultants are often compensated by providers for referrals, many consultants provide their services to businesses for free. If the consultant can offer the services of all providers who serve your location without cost or obligation to you, you can obtain expert, unbiased advice and be in a position where providers must compete for your business.
If you would like to watch other videos which address related topics, please click on one of these green links. Or click the link directly beneath this video to use our patented real-time pricing tool. This pricing tool is easy to use, and there is no obligation. Our pricing tool will assist you in checking prices and availability for any business telecom service for your business location, including T1, Ethernet, fiber, voice, VoIP, larger circuits like DS3, Fast-E, or Gig-E, or networking between business locations, for any location in the United States, or international networks. Please visit our website at www.fiberlinecommunications.com. I'm Jody Ellen, the Director of Training here at Fiberline Communications. Thank you for joining us today for this training session.